One man to rule them all.
Our
Content.
reflexes make me dumber, but what
Content.
about
They say most music today is just noise.
other games?
In this age of content overload, where trends shift like sand and the industry gatekeepers favor the algorithm over authenticity, it's harder than ever to hold on to a sense of purpose.
But I think sometimes noise is the only thing that drowns out the silence. My name is Ramzi Firhat. I make technical death metal alone in a small room surrounded by broken cables, hot coffee, and a cat. In an age where everyone is making something, it's easy to feel like you are shouting into a void. You record, you mix, you write, you post, and still, no one hears you.
Bedroom musicians.
We have always existed, but today we are both everywhere and invisible. The tools are more powerful, the algorithms are more cruel. The music industry doesn't care if your solo project took you 5 years. It only cares about clicks, content, and convenience. And yet, some of us stay. Some of us push for no reason other than we believe in something, even we can't explain what it is. Why will someone write death metal alone? Why bother mastering theory, technique, production, when most people won't even finish the first track? I don't have a simple answer, but I do have a story. And this story starts with a band. That's not really a band. It's called Antrodemus. Antrodemus was born in Banjarbaru, a small town in South Kalimantan, Indonesia. 2009. At the time, I was just another guy trying to find his place, torn between two worlds, visual art and heavy music, two obsessions that refused to leave me alone. I'd spend my days drawing horror and my nights writing riffs. I was inspired by Slayer, Death, Cynic, and Necrophagist. I didn't just listen to them, I studied them. Their rhythm, their tension, their structures, it was like math, but emotional. I wanted to create something that felt right for me. I wasn't supposed to start this band. In fact, it was born out of failure. Back in my early 20s, I was in two metalcore bands. We were full of fire, energy, big dreams. Then, life hit. People moved on. I didn't. It all collapsed. And I was left with this ache, this unfinished sentence. Then something happened. One night, in the middle of sleep paralysis episode, I saw something. A dark figure. It spoke without moving its mouth.
Create. Push your limits. Make music no one else dares to.
I said, I'm just one man. It smiled and whispered.
One man to rule them all.
I woke up gasping and shocked, but the fear was gone, replaced by clarity. Ideas started floating in, riffs, themes, concepts, and that was the beginning. A beginning from failure and led by something I still don't understand. After that night, I knew I had to act. No more waiting for the perfect band. No more chasing trends. I was going to write the heaviest, most brutal, most technically demanding metal I could. I had nothing, just an old PC, some free software, a drum machine plugin, and MySpace. So I did what I could. I laid down every instrument bit by bit. I didn't sleep. I didn't care. When the first track was done, I remember listening to it, repeating it over and over. It wasn't perfect, but it was mine. It felt like holding a child, a chaotic, screaming, demon-burned child. But now, I had a new problem. What do I call this thing? And what kind of artwork could match what I felt inside? The demon came back that night.
Use my name.
It said, but it never gave one. I needed something raw, something primal. On my wall, I had an old dinosaur poster, two Allosaurus locked in combat. I remember reading once that Allosaurus was once called
Androdemus.
It sounded heavy, obscure, slightly evil. It stuck.
It struck him like lightning, raw, ancient.
For the artwork, I used what I had. A copy of color copy paint and a cheap mouse. I drew the face of a beast, open jaws, primal scream. That digital painting changed my life. It was like the first time I felt like a real illustrator. Androdemus was born, and MySpace gave it bread. Slowly, people start noticing. I got back in touch with my old drummer. We jammed, we played, we rehearsed until our hands bled. I wrote 11 tracks, a full album. But mixing, mastering, promoting, doing it all alone, it nearly broke me. I'm not built for crowds. I'm not a natural networker. Every interaction drained me. Yes, I'm an introvert. But in 2013, the album Blinded by the Light was released. Two friends of mine helped me press the CDs. That album became more than just a record. It became my portfolio, got me into the game industry. But every sword has two edges. As my art career bloomed, Androdemus began to fade. From 2013 to 2018, I moved between cities, worked in game studios, climbed the ladder. My old bandmates, they become husbands, fathers, providers, and I respected that. Gigs become rare, practices stop, but I cannot let go. remembered what the demons say.
One man to rule them all.
In 2016, I started writing again, and 2 years later, Posthumous was born. Tracks with the new producer paid with every cent I earned. Better quality, but no physical release. No MySpace, no label, just me and the void again. In 2018, I hit rock bottom. My finances collapsed. I had to return to my hometown. Antradimus went quiet, but I kept growing, kept improving, quietly, slowly. At the end of 2018, I moved back to the big city. Still no gigs, still no band.
Back to the silence. There were no shows, no bandmates, no spotlight. For the next 2 years, Antrodimus fell into a kind of quiet sleep. Not dead, not gone, just dormant.
Then, 2020 happened.
Serious new virus.
Coronavirus.
COVID-19.
A pandemic.
The pandemic, isolation, anxiety, fear, something woke up. The demon came again.
Summon me. I will assist you. Let us create again.
I wrought, alone, in the dark. And conjuration was born. That album is not just music, it's an exorcism. Some say there are spirits in the room. Strange happenings, possessions. I don't know if it's true, but I felt something.
There are whispers, stories of Ramsey composing in trance states, of strange dreams, of objects moving in his room, of presence. Some spiritual advisors, upon hearing the music, warned of jinn possession, that there were things bound to the songs, things not of this world. Conjuration was completed in 2024, entirely by Ramsey.
Just me. Or was it?
It was the truest Antrodimus album yet. It was pure expression. It was honest. It was a spiritual reckoning. Was he alone, or were others involved? Beings unseen. The truth may never be known. But what is known is this: Antrodemus survived.
So, what is the point of making music that no one listens to? Maybe it's not about being heard. Maybe it's more about self-expression or artistic statement. Speaking in the only language you truly know. I don't really win the game, but I kept creating because that's all I know how to do. Antrodemus gave me a voice, it gave me a career, and it gave me meaning. If you are a bedroom musician, feeling alone, feeling lost, stuck, you are not alone. Somewhere in another room, someone else is screaming into a void too. And maybe, just maybe, the void is listening.
One man to rule them all.